is head coach Demeco Ryans politely telling us to shut the hell up when it comes to the Dameon Pierce situation. Let's talk about it.
Let's go.
Omar.
Coach, hey, Couch Potato. How about you shut up, huh?
Is that bro? Dameon Pierce is still on this team, man. He is still on this team. Official roster cut day is August 27th. It is slowly approaching.
Yep.
Right now, it's the 22nd right now.
Yep.
And Dameon Pierce is still on the team, and it is not at all what I wanted and what I expected, man. Look, y'all rocking with us right now on Bull Run Sports, man. If you found this channel, congratulations. You made it. You're here, and this is where you need to be, rocking with us all year long throughout this Texans Bull Run, which is the Super Bowl run, aka Super Bowl run. All right, this is the channel that's dedicated to the knowing, not the belief, the knowing that this is our Super Bowl year, and we recapping it, baby. We here for you. We giving you all the details, all the rumors, all the latest headlines, everything that you need for a one-stop shop, man. But yo, we the most entertaining when it comes to this Texans thing, man. So hit all the buttons that you need to. The way the YouTube works, you know what you need to do. Subscribe, like, bell notification, blah, 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 blah. All right. And yo, check out our merch, man. We got the link in the description for all the stuff that you need. So you can just click it. You get some nice
merch.
Shirts.
Oh, I see you rocking the the Andre Legend tee.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, get you something like that. Get you something like that.
If
you're a real lunatic like us, man, you get you the Super Bowl shirt.
Super Bowl shirt. That's the one. That's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's one thing to rock. You know, everybody loves good bully getting beat up. You know, somebody obnoxious finally getting their teeth knocked out. Everybody loves that. That's easy to wear in the city of Houston. If you really about that smoke, this is the shirt you need right now.
Yeah.
I can't wait for mine to come in.
Got to do it, man.
I can't wait.
Do it. So man,
y'all hit that link and pick up some stuff there.
Hit them all. So yo, apparently, Omar, and we can let's cue up, man, what Coach Demeco Ryans is saying, because you know, look, let's play the clip so y'all can see exactly kind of what we reading between the lines on when we say he politely telling us to shut the fuck up about Damien Pierce.
Yeah, so this was from a couple of days ago. This is post practice. I believe it was on Tuesday afternoon, after practice. Again, just hot in the city, right? They were out there doing their thing. I believe the question that was queued up to Demeco was in reference to the previous week's game against the Bills.
But look how they posed the question, though.
Yes, they posed the question. Well, I don't think I have the question queued up, but the way he posed the question was, he asked Demeco what his thoughts were on the first team rushing situation.
Yeah.
And he also made it a point to mention that the first team rushers could not get more than 5 yards. Okay. Yeah. So he queued that up for Demeco. This was Demeco's response.
Not sure how many rushes we had for our first unit.
Hold on. I was on ADHD mode. Hold on.
I know we had one when it comes to game planning wise.
There we go.
Back on Kim's question, what did you make of the first team rushing offense? It seemed like y'all got going in the second quarter further, but the first team kind of struggled. I think they may have 5 yards. What did you make of that? I know there's a lot of context involved that we don't see.
Look at his face.
Yeah, no, not sure how many rushes we had for our first unit.
Hold on. I'm sorry. We got, because you just pointed out his face when he said that.
Because smiling at him, bro.
Because my man was pretty specific. He was like, Dame didn't get more than 5 yards. So what he should have said was, Dame didn't get more than 5 yards for the third game in a row.
Yes.
Player, I think that opens up a variety of things. Yeah, no, not sure how many rushes we had for our first unit. I know we had one outside zone play that we mistargeted a guy. We missed a guy, so a guy was free in the hole on one. And then another, probably, missed a run where we could have been downhill. But, overall, I think just with our O-line, our tight ends, and how it's hard to judge off a couple runs. I think we threw the ball a lot with our first team, so there weren't really many runs to judge. And I don't want to, judge our team off of 2 runs. That's unfair to, make a judgment off of 2 runs.
Wow. Look, the snarkiness in that, the snarkiness, he was like, I think it's unfair to judge our team off of 2 runs. No, it's not, bro.
No,
Dameon's been utterly trash.
We're not judging him off of 2 runs. We're judging him off 3 games worth of runs, right? And we're also judging him off of the fact that there's other players that have played behind the same O-line that were able to be successful.
Exactly.
So I get what he's saying. Listen, Demeco's the type of guy, he's a player's coach, right? He understands what it's like to be in the trenches. He knows. So he's never going to throw any of his guys under the bus.
Except his O-line.
Right? So, I mean, I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? I mean, I want DP ain't going nowhere because I really don't. I told you, if he doesn't get cut before the end of this week, it ain't happening, cuz.
Well, we'll see. We'll talk about that, man. But I want somebody to defend me the way that Demeco is defending Dameon Pierce, bro. You need somebody like that in your life. Everybody needs somebody that's in their corner, fucking delusional as fuck, to just defend you to the ends of the earth, man. And that's what he's doing. I mean, he's saving face for this kid, man. And it's like, we don't want to hear it as fans. I think we're a little brutal here, maybe, but like I say, we fully believe this is a Super Bowl winning team. And when you see clearly that this is not a Super Bowl winning caliber player, we want his ass to be gone.
Well, I think more than we want him to be gone is we just don't want him taking a roster spot.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Because I mean, let's be clear about that, right? I mean, we just don't want him to listen. If we had a team full of scrubs and we were talking about the 2017 Texans or the 2019 Texans,
come on.
Hey man, keep him in there. Let him get his reps. It is what it is.
He's a nice guy. Like,
he's a nice guy. He's a great guy. We love him.
Hey, if we had unlimited roster spots, cool, bro. Sit at the end of the bench. Fine. It's doesn't matter, right? But you hit the nail on the head, bro. He would be taking a valuable roster spot from someone else if he were to make this team. Now, I'm still not of the belief that he's making the squad, Omar. Even given what Demeco just said, given the scowl that he gave that reporter for even asking the question, bro. Like,
you got a little offended, huh?
Yeah.
I didn't quite.
Like, how dare you? Yeah. How dare you ask me that shit? You judging him off of his runs? Like, come on, that's fair to ask. That's a fair question. It's fair to judge.
Demeco is usually pretty good about being down the middle, and always handling like, stuff like that with good poise and presence. I think that one got to him a little bit because he was like, but also shout out to the reporter by like posing it like, hey, Dame couldn't even get 5 yards. What are we doing here, right? And I think that's kind of what was like. Oh, bro, this isn't a rushing question. This is a Dame Pierce question.
So he tried to toe the line at first, right? He was like, can you talk on your first team offense? Keep in mind, Joe Mixon did not play.
Right.
So the first team rushing offense is Dameon Pierce. Then he slipped and like mentioned him by name.
Listen, man, he was thinking what we were all thinking. He just had the balls to ask the question. He was there, and
good for him.
Shout out to him. Yeah.
Shout out, I wish we knew, who asked the question. We would shout him out, bro. But bro, 5 yards. He mentioned he said 5 yards, bro. That's on 4 carries. He didn't mention how many carries. Right. That's on 4 carries. I mean, it's absolutely horrendous and a legitimate question to ask. Like nothing that you should be offended by at all. And then, like we mentioned, man, the main point of it is, Demeco throwing the O-line under the bus and saying like, oh man, there were no holes, everything was clogged. But you made the great point, Omar, to say other running backs had the same the same O-line and produced more. So
the
like
Texans
I say,
got a total of 114 rushing yards in the game against the Giants, and of which
Dame got 5 on 4 carries.
Akers got 29, Taylor got 36, British Brooks got 23, Jawar Jordan 16, and my man Agumbuwale almost got just as many yards on half the carries.
So look, like I say all the time, Omar, I'm not a mathematician, brother. I've never claimed to be, but that just seems like more, like the simple math.
Seems like the
other running
production
backs
just isn't there, right?
Yeah. It's not rocket science, bro. I don't get it.
Man.
What is there to be offended about? What is there to be upset about with that question?
But I think that's to your point. Your point is I wish I need somebody like Coach Demeco in my corner.
Don't defend me blindly, please. Somebody, bro. My wife ain't even defending me like that. Like it was him. Get rid of his ass.
No, yeah. I tried to tell him, officer. No, it was him. It definitely wasn't me. I could use some peace and quiet. Take his ass away. Yeah, man. And again, if we're looking at, that was the last game against the Steelers. Total rushing offense, 109 yards, of which Dameon Pierce grabbed him a whole 4 yards. Against the Bears
on 4 carries, though.
On 4 carries, against the Bears, we had a total of 86 yards as a team rushing, of which Dameon Pierce got none of it.
Come on, man. Oh well, he didn't play against the Bears.
No, he didn't play. That's right.
He
didn't play. He didn't play. It was a Hall of Fame game.
But bro,
so again,
his contributions to the rushing totals, his 4 or 5 yards each game. On 4 carries.
And here's the thing. It's not like we're talking about a Mixon type character, right? Where we're like, okay, we know what he can do, right? Come on. He's coming off of a not so great season, right? He needs to be out there showing what he's made of, right? And he's just simply not. And again, he's running up against the situation where there is an abundance of talent on this team. And we cannot afford to have anybody that is not top tier Super Bowl run material on this squad.
So let me this is the most like pessimistic that I'll be. You know what I'm saying? Well, I mentioned another thing. Let's keep it in the theme of the run game, right? So we always talk about it's a good problem to have. We got all of these great problems. We're talking about being upset over the number 2 running position.
Right.
But at the end of the day, we know who our workhorse is going to be. Like you mentioned, bro. Joe Mixon is going to be the guy. He's going to be the man. Can I interest you in a very interesting stat that I heard earlier today? Shout out to Cody Stoops. I heard this from him.
What's that?
Last year, the backup running back behind Joe Mixon, the entire year got 44 carries.
What?
Yeah. So go after him if that stat is incorrect. But when he said that, he was making a point pretty much like, Joe Mixon is the guy. You know what I'm saying? If we all bent out of shape. Yeah. Because we haven't seen him. He hasn't played in the preseason, right? So
what's that average out? 3 carries a game, roughly?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, so we're all bent out of shape out of somebody getting 3 carries a game,
right? 3 carries a game,
possibly, right? So it's like maybe let's not overreact. Maybe let's calm down.
Fuck that.
Rather see Cam Akers get those 3 carries. Absolutely, yes. Agumbuwale, absolutely, yes.
Get my man one every game or so.
Yeah. Get him in there, but he's more productive than Dameon Pierce. They're all more productive than Dameon Pierce.
Sure.
But to ease our minds, it's like, all right, Joe Mixon's the guy. We're not going to really have to worry about anybody else but him, essentially. But I do want to talk about that for a second, man. Speaking of Joe Mixon, Joe Mixon was out on the field.
Yep.
On the practice field, man, which is obviously a great thing because we need his ass.
Yeah.
All right. We can't go with the number 2 running back who right now, essentially, who has not been cut is Dameon Pierce because it's just not been productive. So
Right.
to see him out there practicing, to see him getting the first team reps, to see him working with CJ, kind of, a full go.
Right.
Very encouraging. Great
Very
thing.
encouraging. And then
If it would have
obviously
been
we got the joint practice today, right? So
Yeah.
we'll hopefully see some more offense out of him. And that was another
We'll
thing
see
that was
that.
asked to Coach Demeco in yesterday's press conference, which was, is he going to run the ones pretty heavily in this joint practice? I think he did say that he was going to.
Got to.
So, hopefully we're going to see some action out of Mixon. I'm going to be stuck on Twitter all day today.
Absolutely.
Trying to catch some good clips. And yeah, but
we got to see it. I mean, we have to see. So look, if we're taking Demeco at his word, right? We should, right? Because he's, like you mentioned, he's always been a stand-up guy. If we're taking him at his word, then essentially what he's saying, Omar, is that there's still work that needs to be done with the cohesiveness of the scheme on the offensive line. So if that would be the case, then hey, whatever running back you got back there has to deal with the same, he's saying that on some plays, there's just people in the backfield. There's defenders in the backfield that shouldn't be there. As part of the scheme, they're not doing what they're supposed to do, and defenders are penetrating, getting in the backfield, hitting them. So look, Joe Mixon's great, but he's not Jesus. He's not elusive Jesus that,
right.
And you shouldn't have to be shaking defenders in the backfield every time. So my pessimistic thought that I'm hoping is not the case at all. And I'm just hoping that Dame is just really trash and Demeco is overly defending him with kind of some falsities. But if we're taking Demeco at his word and this offensive line really ain't doing what they need to do a part of the scheme, man, I'm worried about the run game, Omar. I'm worried about it, and I'm really looking forward, like you say, to seeing how they fare against the Rams.
Yeah, I mean, so obviously the thing that people need to remember is for the offensive line, they have two major assignments, right? One is to protect the quarterback, and the other one is to open up running lanes, right? And there are offensive linemen. Take Tunsil, for example.
Yeah.
Right? Great pass protecting offensive lineman. Great
Top
pass,
3.
the best.
Yeah,
left tackle.
sure.
There's no doubt in my mind that he is one of the best left tackles when it comes to pass protection in the NFL. I think that's unanimous. Run blocking?
Nah.
He's okay.
We ain't plowing the road like that, bro.
He's not.
I mean,
that's my point, though. So it's like, when you got a guy like Joe Mixon, who's, one of the top running backs in the league, he's going to require certain offensive line play from those guys up front. And it's two totally different assignments, right? When you're running a pass play versus a run play, right? So maybe there's a little bit to that, to what Demeco was saying, right? Where it's like, hey, we passed a lot. There was a lot of passing with the ones. Maybe that was on, maybe the way that they were doing that was because they know that they are, even though we have a Mixon, right, in our backfield, we're obviously more stacked on the wide receiver side. So the passing game is going to be very heavy. And I think the way that they're going to play this thing out is running out running Mixon out there just to keep the defense honest. And so there's
you've got to have a run game, bro.
No, I know. I know you have to have one. What I'm saying is that, to his point, I guess, a little bit on what he's saying, right? He's like, there really wasn't much to judge on.
Yeah.
Right. When it came to, because we didn't run a lot, because maybe he's like, well, we don't need to really run a whole lot. I want these guys to get passing reps.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe there's something to that. I don't know. But then again, at the same time, the other guys are producing. Why are the other guys producing?
That's the main thing,
kicker, right? Yeah.
The other guys are able to produce in the same scheme, run the same scheme. Because I will agree, we've talked about it before on the channel. It's a running scheme. It's a blocking scheme, with this O-line. There's intricacies to it, man. I'm having a stroke over here, bro. It's it's a dance, man. It's beautiful to watch when it works correctly, but it's a skill thing. It's not just getting out there, putting your paws on the defender, getting them out the way. It's skill level stuff.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So if they're not perfecting that skill, then there's a problem. Then that's when you get defenders in the backfield, and if they don't have it finely tuned just yet, because look, man, I think barely like last week was the first time that we had the entire starting offensive line working together. The Tonsils, the Titus,
Mason.
Howard, Shaq Mason, Shrugs, Kenyon Green, so obviously, but these are you got to have the starters, you got to have the reps, and from what it looked like, man, they maybe they don't have it down 100%, but at the end of the day, like I say, we don't expect the running backs to be Houdini. Yes, the guys up front, they have to do their job, they have to block, they have to perform the scheme perfectly, but bro, it's like, man, when stuff breaks down, like you keep saying, Omar, to your point, the other guys are figuring out how to still produce something.
I just keep thinking about the play where Pierce ran into the back of Scruggs. Well, and I'm like,
play, bro. I mean, it's like every play he's running into that. He's trying to create the Mark Sanchez butt fumble. He's like running it. He's like, that's not a way to gain positive yards. It's running into the asses of the offensive line.
Of your offensive line. Yeah.
No, so I mean, you see it. We all see it. It's just like, come on,
I think
bro.
Demeco sees it too, man. But it's just gonna be one of those things, right? Where he's got to play the politic, right? He's got to play the politician. He's got to say the right things.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's not gonna be like, yeah, you know what, man, you're right, man. Fuck Dameon Pierce. We're gonna cut his ass tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like, there's you know what I'm saying? Like, there's.
I wouldn't expect that, but also at the same time, I don't expect him to be like, yeah, well, I mean, shit, the offensive line was trash. What do you expect? Y'all shut the fuck up. Like, you don't expect that either. You expect, like you said earlier, somewhere in the middle, and Demeco kind of went left. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and trust me, look, I'm not trying to be overly critical on Demeco Ryans. He is the best thing to happen to this city.
Oh, for sure.
Since Sam Houston. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. Look,
Lovey decided to go for it.
Yeah, for sure. Man, I think what's going to be the real thing, Omar, we're going to keep up with everything that's going on at the joint practice, man. We're going to, get all the updates, everything like that, and see how it's all going down. But the real test is going to be Saturday's game. If Dameon Pierce is out there taking a bunch of reps, dog, he's not safe, bro. I'm still not 100% convinced that he's making this squad, honestly.
So you're saying they're going to run him and get a real sample size on him? If
they run him, if we see him taking a buttload of reps in Saturday's game, man, he's not safe. I think he'll be getting cut, because look, obviously the guys that are making the squad are safe. They're not suiting up. They're going to be in street clothes.
Yeah.
So if Dame is out there running with him and taking a lot of the reps, man, they thinking the same thing that we thinking, and they got to see something.
Has that conversation and it's like, all right, so here's who's got to suit up. Dame needs you to suit up. Dame's like, what the fuck? Really? I got to suit up?
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah, big fella, we need you to suit up just for moral support. Go ahead, man. Go ahead and grab your stuff, man. Grab your gear. Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's like, yeah, go ahead and suit up, Dame. Cam, no, Cam, don't worry about it. Just
Cam, yeah. Go ahead, give me your helmet, man. All
right, go ahead and suit up. What the fuck? Yeah, that'd be horrible, man. But yeah, anyway, back on topic. I mean, it was good to see Mixon out there running, getting his reps. It's something that you and I have been kind of talking about all season, or preseason. It's like, all right, when do we push the panic button? Because we need to see him out there.
I do think that if it were a regular season game against the Giants, he would have played. He would have been out there. He would have played for sure. But just a meaningless game when, like we keep saying, like we know what he can do.
Right.
And it's the
And
Giants.
he's nursing some injuries and stuff like that. We don't want him to. Yeah, I mean, I get it.
We didn't need to see him, man.
I'm ready, bro. I'm fucking ready. Like I'm
too, bro.
so ready to get this
Absolutely.
fucking season going.
Yep. Yeah, if y'all ready just like we are, man, reiterate it again. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit everything that you need to hit so you can follow us, man. You rocking with us here on Bull Run Sports YouTube channel, man. So yeah, we are we hype. We ready.
I'm ready. I'm ready to make this run and keep going because it's we just got. I mean, I one of the things I try to do, I get a little bit of break every now and then here on at work and stuff, and I'll throw on the ESPNs, the NFL networks and stuff like that. And man, just there's more and more consensus because at the beginning of the preseason, when things started kicking off, OTAs and things like that, and then finally, our first practices and stuff like that, there's a lot of buzz, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, hey, the Texans look great. It's like, oh shit, the Texans look phenomenal. Oh shit, wait a second, the Texans look dangerous.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh wow, these guys are really contenders. Well, wait a second, contenders for what? I mean, these guys are going to make a deep run into the playoffs. It's like, okay, now what they're talking about is that the Texans are a Super Bowl team.
Yeah.
Like they're actually like this is actually coming up in conversation. This isn't just us, me and you, a couple of just Joes talking about our favorite team that we're obviously heavily invested in and have been so for the last 22 years. Right. This isn't just us talking. This is literally people that get paid to analyze football.
The quote unquote experts.
The experts. The guys that have been on the field. The guys that have been watching the game for decades.
I think I may have obviously been seeing the same things that you've been seeing, Omar, and it's like phenomenal, right? The difference is these are people. These are writers. These are like ESPN writers. These are, Fox, these, the big networks. They're sending out these analysts to the camps, so all NFL teams are doing these camps and they're allowing access to the training regiments and everything, man. Yeah. I'm with you, bro. The things that I've been seeing them say is they would go into these camps saying, okay, we know the Texans are good, and come out saying, oh no, the Texans are for real. We're all in on the Texans. It elevates the level of the belief after being in here. A, the culture. B, the talent. They're seeing it firsthand, and they're obviously have the unique perspective to be able to compare it to the other team's camps. And they leave out of there like, no, this is the real deal. What they doing over here, they ready. They ready in Houston. So no, I'm with you, bro. It's been awesome to see. Obviously, man, we see it firsthand. And like you said, bro, we're not just random fans drinking our own Kool-Aid. We're not in Dallas, okay? This is not a Dallas Cowboys podcast. This is Houston, man. We don't have a choice but to be realistic, Omar.
Right, exactly.
We've lived through the worst of the worst. You know what I'm saying?
Dumpster fire.
Man, we don't have an organization that pumps our head full of bullshit every offseason that say, look, no matter who we trot out on the field, we're America's team. We're gonna win it all. This is our year. Let's relive the 90s. Blah 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 blah. We don't have the good old days to look back to, bro.
No, this is our ascension here. Is what this is.
Yeah. So when you see a difference, it couldn't be more real. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
It's the real deal, man. And it's cool.
It's just getting that validation, right? Like it's a type of validation when you and I have been talking about it for months. Obviously, the analysts have been talking about it, but now they're really talking about it.
Yeah,
and it's just good to see that alignment of like idea, right? That's like, well, wait a second, on paper they were great, and now we're out there seeing these guys. Yeah, and they're phenomenal. So
that, bro, think about. I mean, that is an awesome feeling, right? We're not just the paper bandits, man. They seeing how real it is. But look, Omar, the road ain't gonna be easy, bro. No. We're gonna do a whole episode on this on who the biggest threats to the Texans are on all levels. But dog, we got the first place schedule. Obviously, we won our division.
Our division,
surprisingly, right?
Yeah,
So
that wasn't supposed to happen.
it wasn't, man.
Yeah.
So we bro, on the Super Bowl run, we gonna earn this
Right.
shit, bro. We got a treacherous road, dude. You talking about all of the top AFC contenders? You know, we got the Dolphins, we got the Chiefs, we got Baltimore, we got the Bills. You know, our division ain't just the easiest of roads. You know what I'm saying? Then we got the Lions. We got, bro. It's gonna be tough. We gonna earn the hell out of it, man. So, I think we did our predictions on what the what our record will be, and we were pretty generous with it, man. But it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough, but we can get it done for sure.
Yeah, definitely. In order to do that, though, we got to have a healthy squad.
Absolutely.
And unfortunately, coming out of practice yesterday, a couple of injuries to go over, right?
Yep.
One that I just popped up on our banner here that you probably didn't see. I'll kind of take this one. Kendrick Green walked off the field under his own power, but was injured.
Yeah.
Clearly, visibly upset. I mean, kind of threw a tantrum. He knew something was going on.
You hate to see when players do that, man, because they know
they
know their bodies.
Yes, they know their bodies more than anybody, and they know what it means, right? Like, when a guy gets injured, especially football, especially big guys like that, when you get injured, you know whether it's a play through injury or if it's I got to stop or I'm really gonna fuck myself up, right?
Yep.
And usually when you know that it's the latter, it's like, fuck, man, like this is like we're in preseason. Like you start getting like that was like his reaction was a reaction of frustration.
Yeah,
because he knew this wasn't going to be a play through, rub it out.
Yeah,
give me, get me in the ice bath.
Yeah,
give me a cortisone shot and I'll be good tomorrow. Like, no, that's not what this is, right? So, kind of bummed out to see that, man. That wasn't a good situation, but
no, not at all. Definitely gonna be looking for that update tomorrow, later on to see, exactly what's going on with it, bro.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's not anything crazy. I mean, obviously lower body, probably upper body. I don't know. There's no telling. He was moving. He looked like he was moving around pretty decent on the video that I saw him walking off. But again, you just never know. These guys are tough as nails, man. And that kind of hurts our depth at that left guard slot, right? Because he was behind Kenyon. So I mean, I don't know. We'll see how that works out. But yeah, and then the other one, obviously, this is the one that scared the shit out of me when I first read it, right? Because out for the season, Dalton tight end. Whoa, what? Wait a second.
Yeah, man.
That was a clicker, right? That was a clicker. I was like,
yeah. I obviously feel really bad for this brother, but Omar, I'll be honest with you, bro. Dalton King was going to be out for the season regardless. If he got hurt or not. He wasn't making the team,
Nah, he wasn't.
Personally, I feel bad for the brother.
Yeah.
Because, like, you can maybe get with another squad or something.
You probably get picked up, end up on a practice squad or something. You know what I mean? Yeah.
But it makes it a lot tougher when you actually injured. But yeah, he was going to be out for the season with the Texans no matter what.
Yeah. Yeah. Sending prayers to Dalton King. What we'll say.
Prayers up.
Prayers up. Yeah, prayers up for Dalton King. But yeah. And then this last one we got here is signed Nick Bowden.
Can't body, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. And then because you and I talked about this, right? It's like, are they really gonna run fullbacks like that? I mean, like you just got finished talking about what was the RB2 40 rushes last year. We don't.
Yeah.
I just don't. We have zero need. Need for.
It depends on Slowick, right? If Slowick wants to run, sets with the fullback. I mean, because look, we just got through talking about how
shit the offensive line is.
Yeah. So
that's true.
So he might be like, bro, we need a fullback.
You know what? That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, because
that makes a lot of sense. Because Demeco's just, you know what, bro? I think you nailed it. I think you nailed it. I think that has a lot to do with what Demeco was saying about the offensive line. Because it's funny. One of the things I found funny about that interview or that press conference was that not more than maybe 5 minutes prior to that comment, he was praising the offensive line. Right? He was praising the offensive line in relation to a question that was asked about CJ. Right? And then,
if it's about protecting CJ, like
exactly. But then the question comes in about the rushing, and then now the offensive line is a problem, right? And then
that's
you find a fullback. It's like,
yeah, but all of it's such a problem, right? You know, because yes, they can pass block awesomely, but then what do? Trot out a fullback on the field. It's like, oh, well, they're about to run. You know what I'm saying? Like you're tipping your hand. Yeah. It's like ideally, to make that zone running scheme work perfectly, because we've seen it. It's the same scheme that we used to run back with Kubiak, you know, back with Arian Foster, back with Dre, all that. The plays have to look identical. You know what I'm saying? It has to be that motion, that flow. And then, you know, you could do play action off of it. You know what I'm saying? So you always keep the defense on the field. So you run out of fullback because you can't block worth a damn up front, you know, with your guys on the line. You just tipping your hand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You doing what was the dude that the Astros blasted so bad? The Asian guy that Darvish, Darvish.
Yeah.
He was like tipping his pitches, bro. Like, oh, we're just gonna knock it out the park. You know, the defense is going. You know, they know what's coming. So, anyway, man.
Shout out to the Astros, by the way. What they won like the last 11 out of the last 12 games.
They doing their thing, bro.
Like five games up.
They lucky as hell that their division is garbage. You know, otherwise we would not be in the position that we in. But hey, you know.
We had a hurricane this year, so we're due for a World Series.
Yeah,
that's been the precursor every time.
Oh yeah. Texans got to use that as their banner this year, man. That's like, right. Hey, we doing this for everybody affected by Centerpoint and they bullshit. We need Mattress Mac to do some outrageous fucking bet. And I'll bet my kidney that we win.
Oh shit! Yeah, man. But yeah, I mean, hopefully we got a lot. I mean, obviously, again, today is going to be the big joint practice.
Yeah, man. What you looking to see the most, bro? What's your expectations for?
I want to see a lot of reps out of the ones. I want to see Mixon. And another thing too, I caught yesterday a clip of just a beautiful end zone fade pass from Mills to Hutchinson.
Oh no, it was
Mills.
Him or Mitch? Oh
no, it was Mills to Hutch.
To Hutch, okay. He threw one to Mechie as well,
yes,
bro.
He did. And then also, not only that, but I'm trying to think who was the other kid they were trying to throw to. I can't remember who they were throwing to, but Lassiter picks off CJ.
Yep.
So I mean, these kids are just they're balling out, man.
Yeah,
and the thing is that okay, great. I love it. I love it. Steel sharpens steel. I'm with it. I understand it. I get it. You guys are all a bunch of studs. You guys are all trying to knock each other's heads off so that when you get out there in the game for real against these other teams, I mean, we're really knocking heads off, right? I get all of that. And these preseason games have been great, right? But I don't know, man. I'm really, really fiending for some good competition. And I want these guys to get reps, and I want to see the ones. I want to see, I want to see Lassiter pick off another team.
Exactly. Right? Yeah. Go line him up versus Puka Nacua versus Cooper Kupp, versus the arm of Matthew Stafford, and the scrimmages are great because, it's not the game format. Like, bruh, they want to run multiple reps in different situations and goal line situations and 2-minute drills. Like, bruh, the coaches can get together and just make that happen. Just run the simulation.
Yep. Run the scenarios. Yep.
Yeah. So it's great. These joint practices are something that's always like so beneficial. I actually thought we were going to do multiple days.
I thought so too.
But yeah,
It's
this
just
is
today.
yeah, we just get this one, which hey, we'll take it, right? Like
We'll
you
take
say, we got to go up against some other studs, and this is great, man. We're just praying everybody stay healthy.
Yes.
And come out of
they're
here.
Doing, where are we doing that? Here, right?
Yeah, we're gonna be in this heat, bruh. Yeah, I don't blame Sean McVay for bringing the boys down here to this heat. It's brutal. It's brutal practice conditions.
Yeah,
man.
it's gonna be. I
You
think
can survive
heat
here.
index is like 110 today.
It's fucking crazy.
I mean, if you guys are listening to this, you're listening to this early in the morning, so it's already like 90 something outside.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a one. I think like 101's the high with the heat index and like the 110s or something like that.
Stupid,
crazy,
man. So yeah. I'm really looking forward to it, man. Like I say, main thing is just everybody come out healthy because Omar, essentially, for the starters, for our guys that are actually going to like make the difference in the games, man. All this offseason, we've been like debating over like who these fringe guys are, all this and that. There's been the bulk of the content. But hey, after today's joint practice, man, we really gonna be getting into the nitty-gritty, talking about the real deal. We're not gonna see these guys on Saturday. We're going to be talking about the roster cuts that August 27th is that hard cut date, getting down to the 53-man roster. And it's going to be it, man. No more of these bubble guys. It's going to be the real deal and gearing up for the Colts, man.
Yep. I'm going to see what Dameon Pierce does because they're going to give him a lot of reps.
He's going to be trying to scalp tickets, bro, before the Colts game. Dave, you always got an open invitation to come join us, man. Come kick it with us here on Bull Run Sports podcast channel.
He's more likely to run up on you in the street than he is to come on our podcast. He's probably good. He'd be nice about it. Yeah, man, I'll come on as soon as he comes. I mean, you know what? Fuck both of y'all. How about that?
Yeah. Brush up on him like they did Charlemagne.
Oh man, we
gotta watch this shit.
Yeah, and we're gonna be in the streets getting beat up over some comments.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens, man. Hopefully we have a good practice today, and then we'll be back with the post-mortem.
For sure, man. We're gonna get up out of here. Y'all enjoy. Like we mentioned all the time, man. If you're still rocking with us up to this point, you love us. Just don't deny it. It's
just
all
admit
good.
it.
You still here at this point. If you ain't subscribed, come on, what you doing? Just subscribe so you
just
can
hit the
keep
button.
rocking with this shit, man. And
just push the button. Push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn button. Help us out, please. Help
us out. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs before the season start, man. We are almost
where are we
there.
at? We need to talk about where we're at. Where we're at, man.
We had 7 something, man. Be a part of something special. Help brothers hit their goals. You know what I'm saying? Like, just
717, baby. No,
come on.
728.
728 is better than 717.
Yeah,
like we say, math.
We're almost at 750, which is a great spot to be. We're less than 3 weeks away? 2 weeks away? No, 2 weeks away, right?
Yeah, man. Not far at all. Not far at all.
2 weeks away from game day.
So let's go.
Yeah. Let's go, guys. All
right, man.
Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. We'll catch you on the next video. Peace.